Okay, guess what time it is? It's time to learn a little bit more about what's going on. And we're going to start with July 1st and move towards the 2nd and to today, the first half of the 3rd, because we still have another 12 hours to go. And a lot can happen in a day. July 1st, 2022. What I think I've discovered this evening, having to do with light and screens on monitors of cameras, is pretty amazing. When viewing a monitor through a second smart camera lens, it mirrors back some of the light. It appears as a dot, and the dot changes colors depending on what the background is in the picture. It seems that the light also cancels out some of the very bright UV light if you aim it specifically at an area. It also looks like the energy technology can feed off each other, which means through a screen, light can travel from one location to another with specific purpose. I thought years ago that my security camera was just acting up, but now I trust in what the camera lens captures. I just wish more people believed me. I'm pretty sure that the government is aware of what's going on, but I fear they have a slanted one-story double narrative since my cell number is linked to a PC and someone wants desperately to be me. And why would someone want to be me? Because I end up being successful in the end. That's all my captors want, fame and money. I just want my life back and the truth to be known. June 2nd, 2022. I decided to stay up last night. I filled out an intake form for Disability Rights Ohio, and when I got ready to take screenshots of the form, everything I entered disappeared. We are all in a fight to save our own lives. Only by working together will we survive. There's really something big around the bend that the people don't see, but the government must know. If they fear losing control of power, they shouldn't. There's only one entity on Earth who might stand a chance, and the government is in charge of them, the military. I refuse to believe that all the military is so set on winning control over everyone that they would strip the rights of the people away and take all their freedom. It just doesn't seem possible. Then again, their drive to accomplish a mission is like no other. 42 hours until the 4th of July, the celebration of our independence from England that we declared because we wanted it. Would those in power and authority really be the Grinch and never find their hearts? Every one of them in power were citizens before positions of power came into their hands. Have they become so full of themselves as to forget where they came from? It's a little past noon, and I should go to the post office and gather up my mail, so I know what is urgent and what can wait. I'm still waiting for my check to clear from my retirement account. I went by the ATM and got a balance inquiry just to see what was still in the account. And $0.00 was the balance. Monday's a holiday, so Tuesday will be the earliest I'm able to pay any bills. Unless I use a credit card, which is never a good idea. I foolishly thought this would all be over by now. What a surprise. In about an hour, I'm going to be having lunch with Gail, which is very exciting, at a Tibetan restaurant in Worthington. So I'm looking forward to that. June 3rd. So my 9th volume of my journal only has 43 pages left to fill with characters and events. I don't know yet who will save the day. People should be getting used to the idea that I'm going to win. Not because of some personal arrogance or personal gain, of which I will benefit, but because it's the right thing to do for the most amount of people. Those still stuck in a projection are going to go cross-eyed, staring at it. And it'll make them look just as stupid as their eyes if they can't follow two things: logic and reason. We are at a crossroads civilizationally, and currently those in charge want to throw God away. They want to quell this emotion or force people to think not his way. The most sacred place of all is our own mind. After all, it is where both sanity and insanity come from. Free will and choice are in peril because the few want the people tame and mute. Now is the time to defend your own creation, the creation of God. And it all centers around what we think about the world around us. We must not allow the few to remove one more right, and especially not a God-centered body part. That is the switchboard of everything we do, and allow man to connect callers inside our head, calling it a job, just like a telephone operator. AI has replaced the operator for phone calls. Are we really stupid enough to turn over all our creative uniqueness to AI to decide what is best for ourselves? It sounds like slavery to me. And a completely meaningless life. Without personal drive or passion for what makes us happy, we'll end up trading it in to become artificially happy, working a 12-hour shift 6 days a week. If R&M is allowed to survive and remain hidden. I challenged many, many, many months ago my captors to share the truth about R&M with their best friend. If they did just that and warned them about this military-grade weapon that's being used in the United States and around the world, it would make a big difference. because most of us believe our best friend. And if everybody in the United States that knows about RNM did that today, tomorrow, the number of people who know about it would double. The government is Goliath with secrets. It has a 50-year belt on moon exploration and a 20-year belt on flying holograms into walls of a building, and the people believe the lie that they've been told. Seriously, which is stronger? An aluminum frame with rivets or steel beams for studs of a building? Simple physics can tell us that a plane could not possibly cut like a knife into an exterior wall of a building and have zero debris fall to the sidewalk below, dozens of stories at the street. That belief is a delusional and science fiction fact. We need to call things out the way we see them so we don't get confused. So much of the information age has been fed with false information on purpose to confuse and to make people not do research on their own and just rely on the news that they are fed. There's a lot of information out there, and so is the truth. But we are bogged down with so much information that people aren't that interested in checking things out as much as they should. The government might actually believe this technology is not real in the physical world and only exists on the screens people view the real world through. This would be a tragic error on the government's part. Only I, because of my targeting, knows that light changes both in intensity and direction, or can feel an extra sun of UV beams warming me more quickly than our natural sun ever could. Have no fear, though, because there is always a second way to do something once. If it doesn't exist in the real physical world, how do my windows all turn black at times? You might doubtingly say it's something with my eyes that's making me think that, and that the windows are not actually changing color. But that would be the wrong answer. Because it is light energy that can morph into any color, the tone black, a mixture of all color, is extremely easy for it to create. Also, there's an issue in the neighborhood of people being afraid of me. It's at least one person that has told this to fraternity brothers and others and other friends. I have to ask this, though. What are they really afraid of? Getting caught? or getting in trouble, or lies being revealed? Certainly. Neighbors, and I really mean the S, because she's the representative voice of the entire condo. I mean, assemblage of quaint streets and Norman Rockwell homes. Can't be afraid of some cuss words and attempts at necessary dialogue. My fraternity brothers think two of my neighbors are scared of me because of my anger, which they see also as a mental illness. I wonder who gave them that idea. Here's the skinny on the scared bit, as far as I can see it. Some jackass who is believed by everybody, either by position or some other reason, has told everybody that I am not a good person and that I have powers. The only power that I have is the truth, and it will see me through thick and thin. I think my neighbors can actually see the projections too. I don't think I'm alone in seeing them because I've watched people walk by and do a double take at certain areas around the neighborhood, and I think they're a little bit freaked out by them personally. Um, Everyone has been instructed, though, to go with the lie of seeing things that aren't there, because that would get me put into a hospital. If I'm capturing it on film, and I'm going to say this one more time, and then I'm going to close. If I say I capture something on film that I do not see with my naked eye, that is not seeing things. That's not delusions. It's noticing a contrast between two things. People better start wising up, because if this weren't so serious, it would almost be comical. I hope you have a good afternoon. Stay cool, and you'll be right here for the next video. Take care. Bye, everybody.